Shakespeare stretched out luxuriously, hooking his claws into the super-soft bedding. Peace and quiet, and a nice comfy duvet at last. What more could a feline want? The window was open, and Shakespeare could hear some barking outside. His whiskers twitched nervously. Bad memories. He leapt effortlessly up onto the sill, being careful to stay hidden behind the curtain, and spied on the meeting below. What a strange gathering of animals. He looked at the black and white dog standing at the front of the group, clearly in charge. She's the one who lives in this house, Shakespeare realized. He always scampered away before she came back into the house, but he'd seen the children playing with her and petting her. He'd tried not to pay too much attention to the obvious love between them all. Shakespeare had no time for that sort of thing. Her name was Lara. Strange markings, he thought. And an even stranger ear arrangement, he noticed, as Lara's bullet-holed ear stood proudly to attention. Shakespeare listened intently. So she was a spy dog, whatever that meant. He wasn't even sure what a neighborhood watch team actually was, but what appeared to be a competition to choose a leader to look after things while Lara was on holiday would be interesting to watch either way. It was always good to know who the competition was on your patch. He scanned the group below. There didn't seem to be anyone worth Shakespeare's attention. But then, thought the cat, a life of action and adventure isn't really my thing. Shakespeare was a loner. He only looked out for number one now. He cast an eye back to the warm bed that seemed to be calling him. That's my thing. He listened to Lara's instructions, stretching a back leg and licking between his claws while he did so. The test is very simple. It's a feline versus canine challenge. We need to see who's cleverest, bravest, and most energetic. Shakespeare continued listening and licking, his sandpapery tongue cleaning between his toes. Imagine there's a fire on the first floor of number 22, and there's a child asleep in the upstairs bedroom. Yikes! Woofed the soppy-looking chocolate lab. Best get there quick, he said, bounding off towards the garden gate. Archie, Lara bellowed. Heel, boy! I said imagine. Come back here and listen carefully to the instructions. Shakespeare sniggered. Dogs are so stupid. Yes, boss, he woofed apologetically. But what about the fire? Lara sighed and shook her head. Shakespeare was surprised to see her eye the tortoiseshell cat with what looked like hope. Interesting. Not automatically rooting for her own species. There's an imaginary baby at number 22, Lara continued, and an imaginary fire. The first one to get into the house, upstairs, rescue the child, and bring it back here is the winner, right? Archie looked chastened. Yes, boss. I'm ready, meowed Connie, giving Archie a competitive sideways glance. Then what are you waiting for? Go! Woofed Lara, as the cat and dog sprinted off in opposite directions. 30 seconds later, Archie came panting back. Which is number 22? He woofed. Lara jabbed her paw after the cat, who was already halfway down the street. Archie bounded after her, a chocolate-brown bundle of enthusiasm. Shakespeare watched lazily from above. He'd stopped licking, but his back leg was still outstretched, in striking distance if the race got boring. The competition had become slightly less interesting. Now it was clear that the cat was going to wipe the floor with the daft dog. Shakespeare had no time for dogs. Not stupid ones. Not bossy ones like Lara. Not vicious ones on the street, and especially not the dog that got me evicted from my family. It hurt him to think about it, but sometimes he couldn't do anything else. Bad memories just popped into his head. The little girl had loved him so much. A bit too much, he considered. So much that the dog got jealous. I just wanted a quiet family life, but the mutt picked a huge fight, and when we were pulled apart,